think he still has some stuff up in his current book. Oh, hello, everyone. Let me just refresh the page. We're back again. Woo. All right, let me see if I can find... my video. Yes, I have a new Band-Aid added to my collection. Because, you know, why not cut yourself 30 seconds before you hop on class by accident? Here's the thing. I thought I'd clean my palette knife off. Look at that, looks very nice. You can actually see it, it's usable. Unfortunately, it did take my knuckle with it, so it's all good. Totally worth the effort. Not really, it hurts. Right, let's get started, shall we? Because, you know, it's a Sunday night, so we want to kind of make this a nice and simple one. So we're going to rough up our gauze. I do have lots of gauze on my desk right now because I went and pilfered some from my mum. Because she said I could this morning. So I have taken full advantage. To be fair, she does have a whole drawer full, so, you know. And I plan to return some to her in the very distant future. Oh, hello, Sandra. You're back on Facebook. Glad to see you.
Sandra's on Facebook.
Sandra is on Facebook.
Wow.
Look at you go. Woo! And hello, Pam, and hello, Tash. Let's get going. This is a good night, hey? Something to celebrate. Dad, quick, break out the cookies.
You just want cookies. Amelia and I put lots of wet teas in them.
You and Amelia ate half the mix while making the cookies.
No comment.
Don't think I didn't realize that. Right, so what I'm going to come and do is I actually want the gauze as a texture on my page because this is going to be mainly like a watercolor page. We have pretty much nice heat here that we can do like a wet medium technique tonight, and it'll be dry in like 20 minutes by the weather we're having with the humidity. So I thought, let's do something really wet today. Because normally we always try it on wet techniques in winter, and I'm going to tell you right now, those classes just, they bring nightmares into my, give me the shivers, because wet techniques in winter is a bit of a nutso move.
What paste do you use?
I'm using modeling paste to get the texture, just because it's just a bit thicker, and it does help. Gesso you could use it with, but it's just a little bit too watery for this, and gauze can be quite annoying when you try and use it as a stencil with paint because the paint's too thin. So we're coming in and we're using our modeling paste just because it's got that lovely thickness to it and it colors really nicely once dry.
What else could you use besides that?
You could use heavy body paints from Golden. They're a bit more expensive. And if you had crackle paste, you could use that. Or if you've got gesso and gel medium, you could mix it a little bit together. Not too much, just like a little bit. And it'll just help you thicken, thicken the brew up, or the gesso. Oh, hello, Dye. Oh, goodness me, we have two dyes. Hello. Right, so let's see if I can peel my gesso. Well, my gauze up. Here we go. Oh, that looks pretty good. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. No, you cannot. All right. Let me just show it to you real quick. We will have to do the other side now.
What is pumice gel?
Pardon? What?
Pumice gel.
Pumice gel medium. Oh, it's like pumice stone in a gel medium. It's pretty cool. Helps you make like sandy type pages and stuff and rocks. It's like rocks and glue. I don't know if you can see that too well. I'm going to dry it real quick and then add the watercolor to the page so you can have a look-see at it. Because currently you're just staring at white on white. It doesn't look very good. But I'm fully happy with this. So I'm just going to quickly give it the quickest dry you've ever seen. Does anyone have a color that they would like me to use today? Last week we used green and blue mainly with a hint of pink. The week before that we used brown. week before that, we used blue, pink, and purple, and green. Oh, we used a lot of green the last 3 weeks. Gosh. I try and avoid green. What am I doing? Pardon? What should you sign me up for?
Some olive drab.
Oh, Dad, as much as I'm in fully support of protecting our lovely, beautiful country, no. I don't think I would do any good in the military. I'm very clumsy. Do you not remember the scissors thing? I also don't take orders very well. Right, purple. Here we go. No comment there. Thank you, Father. Right, so we're going to come in and we're just going to wet our page of our Mr. bottle and grab our purple watercolor. And we're going to use watercolor because this is going to work better with watercolor. You could use acrylics or your ink pads, actually. And then what we're going to come and do is going to look really cool once it drips. Yeah, or else none of us are going to get hot water.
Well, the house directly behind us is for sale too.
Ah! Oh, our neighbours seem to be leaving. We've also got a house across the road. We must be really bad neighbours or something. I don't think we were. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, there we are. So we're just coming in and we're adding in our watercolour and we're making sure that we've got lots of ink on it. Resist technique. What would you like me to use for the resist technique? We did do a little bit of resist, I think, a few weeks ago with the dots. This is kind of resist. You'll see. Why in a second. Here we go.
Oh, next week could we do a resist technique?
Yeah.
We have so much resist paper.
We do.
All those K's of that ones.
Oh, you mean those ones? Oh, yes. Okay. I get you now. I get you. Well, don't worry about me. We could do it tonight if you wanted. Just give me 1 minute. I'm busy making my purple really sing here. Because tonight we don't really have much of a plan, apart from stenciling gauze.
The plan is that we do it in between storms.
Well, that is a... Because we are expecting another one.
Stormy outside yet again.
Oh, I should look at that. I must bring the storms with my classes. See? I'm bringing the rain, people.
I don't know if it's actually going to rain. It just looks.
Well, I'm taking complete and utter ownership of it.
Yeah, you do that.
Oh, well. Right, there we go. So now we've got our purple on there. You can kind of see where the gaps are, which looks really cool and it's really nice. If you want the gauze texture to be a little bit more detailed, you just come in with a bit more water, a bit more watercolor, and you pat it down nice and gently over the bits and pieces. So, like, for example, here, our modeling paste is still a bit wet because We haven't fully dried it, but it does keep some of the essence to it. So there you go. There's that one. Woo. Right. Here we go. And now what we might do is we'll come over the other side of this page while that dries, and we'll do this side. So I'm just going to grab, I don't really want to use a coloured piece of gauze because the colour's going to come off of it more than likely on me. And get in the modelling paste jar. I nearly coloured my gesso yesterday in the Peace and Joy class I taught because I accidentally stuck my paintbrush into the tub of gesso thinking it was the water tub for a quick second, and nope, and it was bad. And took a few moments and we added gesso to the tag. It actually really worked out really well with the tag. It just, yeah. You don't want. So we're going to do this again on this side because you know what? It looks so cool on that page. We want to do it again. See if it wasn't a fluke. Alright, here we go. Okay. I'm not using the same piece of gauze because once you put modeling paste on it, it does get a little bit tricky to deal with. And it's better if you let it dry and then reuse it as, like, spread it out and then dry it again and then reuse it as a stencil if you want to, then using it as a stencil twice, or else it's going to come out really globby the next one. And just take a really long time to actually dry what you've stenciled down on your page. And as we all know, I'm very impatient, or impatient. I'm just like my father. He will give some great examples of doctor's appointments that we've been to. My dad and I used to go to the doctors, what do you reckon, Dad? Once a month at least for my eczema. We spent lots of time in waiting rooms, and funny enough, we never got better at it. There's a reason why we had pocket planes on the phones.
We should have kept that going. You would have had like a whole later.
I know that. You were nearly at the moon, weren't you, at one point? And then Noah decided to use all of Dad's like money and bucks that he had earned through his hard labors to
dress up my pilots.
Dress up Dad's pilots as like Star Wars characters, and oh, it's absolutely hilarious. The day that Dad was like, "What did you do?" And I was just like, "It's a thing." He was very proud of himself. Right. So I'm just going to give you an example. So as you can see, it looks pretty cool, but kind of a little bit unusable as a stencil now. Because it has a fair amount of modeling paste on it. Whereas this one here has already started to dry. So we can come in and use it again. And we're going to probably use it, I reckon, just over here maybe. Just gonna try and let this one dry a little bit naturally before we come in. Yeah. Ooh. See, it takes a bit of effort. There we go. Stick that one over that side as well. Right. So what we're going to come do now is we're just going to try and stick that one lid on properly. firstly, and then secondly come in with our heat tool and just heat up where our modeling paste is. I know you guys can't see it currently. Truly sorry about that. But it looks really cool once we get it all.
I did share the open Facebook pictures of your pieces of
Oh, thank you. Yes. Yes. Did you look that?
We're gonna make gravy.
Right, okay, you go make gravy then. Such a helpful father he is. You are. You are. You cook dinner a lot, which I'm thankful for. Which means that I do not have to cook dinner. Woo! Right. There we go. Put that off to one side so then it dries, so then it cools down. Now, I'm just going to show you basically, so you can come in and instead of putting the water down first, what you do is you put your watercolor in the center of where you want your custard to be. You want lots of it in like high concentrations, by the way. Lots and lots of it. And then what you do is you lift up your art journal just a teensy bit. You wet it and you watch it roll. Ta-da! Oh, I may have been playing with the lining cord then by accident. Oopsie daisy. I'm going to set that one there. As you can see, it is easier when you've got your book just a little bit upright.
Flare buttons for pieces of drawer up.
Oh yes, the flare buttons for pieces of drawing up, and our next retreat is as well. So it's a hybrid. But what we're doing now is we are doing the in-store retreat 2 weeks before the online. So if you do in-store, you get double the amount of classes.
But it's slightly dearer.
It's slightly more dearer because of that. And if you do the online, it's going to be very similar to the one we did this weekend with the same type of schedule. And I think we're sticking to the scavenger hunt idea for the page, maybe. And we've got that.
So we've got these that we make. They're custom. They're $5, and you got to send us a messenger message if you want one.
Yes.
We're only doing 2022 right now. In those colours.
In those colours, yeah. So yeah, if you do want those as well, you can
send us a message.
Send us our message. But yeah, we right, and the next retreat is called Day to Remember, is it?
A Day to Remember.
A Day to Remember, yeah. So and the hint was I think Dad's wedding suit or Mum's wedding dress.
Yeah, those colours.
Those colours, yeah. Yes, you can rewatch the online classes. They're exactly like the ones we do in the Creative Family. They're there forever. We have Facebook groups from 2020 still of our retreat classes. The messenger group's still up there. Yes. Someone was doing something in the Tropicana group this week and that retreat was last year. So they stay there forever. Oh, hello, Deborah. Thank you. So, yes, you can rewatch them if you're not there for the original times. It's exactly like the Creative Family group, pretty much, with the classes. They are there forever and ever. And the scavenger hunt thing is what we did this time is that we, in each one of our classes, we pulled something out of the kit and we put it in a separate bag for the selfie page challenge, just to give you guys a bit more of a challenge of what to use and, some structure. It also made sure that you guys had something left over from the classes and from your own projects that you do with the kit. to join in on the selfie page, because often you get so caught up in the moment that we don't have anything to make our selfie pages with, which is what Mum and I normally have the problem with. Don't know about all of you ladies. So yeah, that's what we did this weekend. It turned out to be really lovely and nice. So we might be doing something similar or something a bit different, depends. But yeah, that's how we're doing the hybrids now. And it means
The hybrid's different now, 7 weeks.
yeah, it also means that you guys online get Lisa's full attention on the virtual weekend, and then the ladies who come in store get the full attention on the in-store. But yeah, if you do come in store, you also get online access to the online retreat. So you get double the amount of classes. Which is why it is a little bit more expensive this time around. For the in-store. Pam, what are you doing the next retreat? Oh, good. Honestly, that's what I'm here for. Oh, hello, Dee.
Yes, that would be frozen, but not good.
Yeah, by the way, she's got you set up as Olaf.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's negotiable. Right, here we go. I don't normally create with purple. I think this is the colour I normally avoid, and I don't know why. I do like it. It's very close to pink. I like purple. Right. So let me just lift that up to show you. So this is what we've got as our texture so far. I'm going to try and lift that up without it. No. So you can see it's quite nice. So I'm going to put that down. And then what we're going to come and do is we're going to do the resistance thing that Di wanted. So we're just going to come and heat to our watercolor. Yeah. One minute, sorry, I'm just trying to focus and make sure I get most of the pumpy bits dry. The hybrids were a good idea, essentially, this year, because we were able then to give everyone the opportunity to do all of our retreats and to have the opportunity to see the stock early, because that's one of the benefits. You get to see the upcoming releases, get a few more deals on some of the products and stuff like that. But yeah, they ended up being a little bit hectic for our family, which was, I guess, the main issue, because by the end of it we were run down, and then we weren't spending enough time with either the online ladies or with and gents or with the people in store. And that's not really fair, because retreats, half of it is about the socializing and the creating and bouncing your creativity off each other, which is why we do the Zooms and we have the group chat. Oh, evening, Karen. So yeah, that's why we've changed it up a bit. Now I'm just coming in with my dimensional magic. You can do this with glossy accents and your I'm trying to think real quick. What's Andrew's one called? The Couture Creation one called? 3D crystal accents, maybe, I think it is. I don't know. 3D crystals. I should know. I'm the one who had to do all the research on the chemical products to make sure it was safe. It was like exactly the same recipe as the dimensional magic with a different name. great when you've got a knack for chemistry. Right, so why we're coming in here and doing this is because what we want to do is we want to create a resistance, but a really quick one of our own evolution, which means that basically we need to create a gloss surface on our page. And what you can do is you can either use a gloss medium with a stencil, and you just do that by using like a gloss gel medium, or anything that dries glossy like Dimensional Magic, and draw your own designs. But yeah, and you can draw your own designs if you use Dimensional Magic, or if you use a gloss gel medium, it means you can use a stencil. And then what we're going to let it do is dry, and by letting it dry, it means that it'll be fully glossy. So we're going to see if it can dry naturally in the time we give it by just coming in and doing some stamping. So I'm just going to grab my ink pad out. I want all my layers to blend tonight because it's going to be mainly a watercolor page. To make sure all of them blend really nicely, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Distress ink black, because that means that it's not permanent, which is kind of what we want. And then I'm going to use, I just want to find, I've got a few stamps here. I haven't used some of my stamps lately. I do get a bit stuck in the rut, and I use the same type of stamp day in, day out, because I get used to it and I love the design, or it just clicks for me at that point in time, which makes sense because, you know, stick to what you like. But it is also good to try different things, which is where we're going to today. And we are going to use my mum's stamp block because, you know, it's on the desk. I don't have to go searching for it, and it might be nice to get a full print. Just this once. Now, so here we go. And we're going to come in and do that. And that one. Scan a bit of a design on there. We're going to try and avoid our Dimensional Magic as much as possible. So there's a bit of the key there. And we're just going to put that one down, and then we might try out a different one. Let's see, what have we got here? Like, we could try out this bulky scripty one, but we're trying to stay away from the bulky ones tonight. I think maybe if we try this one, it's a bit of a different circle-y type pattern. It's quite small. Just by coming in and stamping it down. Perfectly okay. Oh. Did you put it on for the usual amount of time? Oh. Looks like I'll be having dinner with my family then. Look at that. Yeah. That's going to be, you'll have to re-shower her then. Shot no on that one. Right, there we go. I did say that we were avoiding big stamps, but, you know, who can avoid a scripty stamp? So now we're just going to come in and we're going to dry our stamped arms a bit, but we're also going to come in and try and set our dimensional magic. And we're just trying to make sure that it's touch dry. We don't need it to be fully dry. We just need it to be touch dry for the technique to work. Kind of want it set on the surface. Okay. Now what we're going to come and do is we're going to grab our paintbrush wherever I dumped it. Anyone seen the paintbrush? Anyway. Oh, there it is. So we're going to come in with our other water tub, and we want to once again raise our art journal page. Oh, I got blue there. We'll be fine. That looks so good. So I'm going to come in with our blue now. So let's kind of run. You'll be able to see the flowers in a minute. Okay, oh, it's one flower showing. And
That's for a picture of a happy Santa.
glad to see that they have time to update their thing, but not to deliver parcels in time.
Oh, there. I don't know if I'd have a giant inflatable happy Santa in my opening pencil. Still better than the other career company we used a couple of years ago at Christmas time after we lost the launch.
So I'm just coming in with my darker blue watercolor now. So I went in with my lighter one first, and I'm coming in with my darker one. And this is just to add some shadow. This makes a bit more detail to it. And really gets Go on. There we go. And now what we're going to do is we're going to come over this one. And we're adding our shadows. I know you can't see this bit, so I'm going to actually flip my journal upside down, but you might have to remind me to reflip it over the other way. We'll start on the next page because I might forget. Although I've put it on an angle, so I shouldn't forget too badly. And then just add some darkness coming out of that one. Now flip it back. Actually, we might do this page upside down as well, because most of our flowers are down the bottom of this page. So I've just got one hand down here just to keep the balance okay, because yeah, this is the lighter side of the book now. Just coming in. Making sure. We're getting everything here. And get our colours align. I just love it when things work. Woo! So by making sure it's touch dry, we're able to do this. Just needs to be dry on the surface. Not fully dry. You can wait until it's fully dry. But it doesn't have to be. No, we're not going to do identical classes for the in-store and virtual. Just because then the classes on the virtual one, because the virtual is running after the in-store, the classes on the virtual technically won't be classified then as lives, and we do prefer doing lives just because then you guys can ask questions and all the rest of it. So because the in-store people are going to have access to the group, they're going to get 2 lots of classes. So they are paying more for it, whereas the regular online ladies will get the online classes that we do. And pictures of the in-store classes as well, but not an actual class with it. Can it be wax? Yes, just as long as it creates. Yeah, Cannabis wax has been used to make. I don't know the full thing. I know you can make a resistance with it. You'd have to apply it in the right way, obviously. I'm not an expert at it, so you might have to do some little bit of research on that, but that's. You can use it. Yes. To get the same type of thing. That we are doing. So let me just lift that up to show you. Right, so let me just. So as you can see where the flowers are quite clearly. You can see where the gauze stencil is. Now we're just going to come in and get it a little bit more. I guess we're still calling it a hybrid because it's the same range, but technically maybe not. I don't know. I'm not very good at English.
Yeah, it's still for us. It's a hybrid.
For us, it's a hybrid. For you guys, probably not. Yeah, so it's there. Right. So let me see what else this needs. It does need a little bit more work to it, I think. It just needs for some things to be highlighted, I guess you could call it. So I'm just going to come in and dry my watercolor a bit. Oh, there you go, Jacqueline. Thank you. So it just needs, I think, some white. Probably, or a nice pastel yellow. Let me just grab out my pastel yellow pen. There's a white pen up here from this afternoon. I did do a little bit of creating this afternoon. I made some bookmarks, and I finished getting my mum's Christmas present ready for my kids. It's a bit of a big one, but yeah, she should like it. It's the main thing. So here we go. I'm just reactivating my white. To get your white pen fully opaque, you just got to reactivate it a little bit before you go in, or else it does take a few moments to get it activated. And we've already discussed the fact that I'm quite impatient, so no surprise. So I hurry the process up. So I'm just coming in, and I'm gonna draw in the middle of where my colors are. Just a single line along the edge. I want these to be fully opaque, which is why I'm just dabbing it each time, just to get that extra bit inky. And probably like, this ain't making much of a difference, but it will in a second once we grab out our black pen. And do a similar type of thing. Sorry, I got my head in the way there. Thank you. Yes, but not the. Yeah, so just the pictures from the in-store, yeah. So you get to see both classes, but yeah, you won't get the in-store classes taught to you because they'll be taught in person, not on videos. They're just regular classes that we used to do before COVID. Trying to get back to the new, not norm, but something that we can look at and recognize, I guess. Like all businesses are. Going to come in and use that extra white here and along there. And then I'm going to come do is I'm going to grab out my black blue calligraphy pen. Should have split my one paste on it then. Sorry, I got my head in the way then. I didn't realise it moments after doing it, so I fixed that up. And then I'm going to come and lift it up so you can see. And just coming in. And yeah. Drawing a line around it so then you can see where the flower is. Just gonna come and do some leaves. Some extra dots here. And then here. Maybe. Maybe. And then
Yeah, that's fine.
sorry, I just opened the oven with the pork in it. It's just a bit smoky. My asthma doesn't do particularly well in smoky areas. Right. Just about making sure everything has a bit of detail on it. So when you put it down, you can see where the flowers are now, kind of. Thank you. So yeah, it started off as like a simple technique of just doing the stencil and the gauze, and then we've done a resist, and now we're just adding some highlights. And it's just simply through doing some doodling with a pen that you're able to see all of that. And then what we might come and do with our pastel yellow, I'm just going to come in and think and a few love hearts. I don't know if you can see them where I draw them, not yet. Kind of, it's good. So we're just doing them like a little bit everywhere, and then we're going to come and do is I think we are nearly done, but it just needs a little bit more different, I think. And I think that's going to be best if we do that with maybe a metallic. I reckon it needs a metallic. 1 second, we're going to borrow Mom's metallic paints. She put them back? Or did she leave them out? No, okay. Let me see if I've got any metallics. We are sharing metallics, I believe. Oh, actually, no, I've got a bronze. The bronze might look really nice. I think the bronze will actually look really nice. Thank you, Pam and Dee and everyone. So we're just going to put a little bit of bronze paint on our palette. I don't know if you can see it. It's all the way over there. It's probably right where my name is. Yep, right where my name is on the thing. Let me just move it so you can see it. So I'm just grabbing a little bit on my finger, and I'm going to come in and just lightly brush it on. I don't want it to cover up everything. I just want it to highlight a bit more of our texture that we've been aiming to do. Some of it we've got really well highlighted, and other bits are just looking a little bit blasé. So if we just come in with a little bit here and there, That's runs on there. Always be purple. Always be purple. Radio pen. I will make sure to note that down. Always be purple. Right, and then all we need is where's that white paint pen? We're probably just going to come in. Oh, thank you, Mary. Just going to come in and dry this real quick. And you'll see why. So it's all about highlighting the bits we want. And finding a clean spot and messing it to do the reactivation with. Right, so I'm also reactivating it every time because now we're doing it on layers of wet paint. So we're more likely to actually destroy our paint pen at this point. And then get the effect that we want. So just by drawing a white border around the bits and pieces, we get more of a sense of where some of our things are. There we go. And then I'm going to come in with my black paint pen and some of my black calligraphy pen. This is going to, it's just going to contrast really well. And fine. It's a skim one. It doesn't have to be a full one. Around some of our areas. That's just to balance. Oh, dear me. That's not so good. And now, what I might come and do is I'm just going to lift it up to show you. So you can see where I'm going with this. Then in here. And then it's not an exact science drawing while holding a book, not gonna lie. And then look him up and nearly be done. And that there is, I think, our page, maybe. Hold on. We just need that one, and then I think, yeah, maybe. Hold up. Right, I think that's done now. Okay, now I'm getting carried away. Thank you all. Thank you all for coming. So this is tonight's class. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. on the Advent Calendar class for anyone who bought the Advent Calendar. We're doing day 12. See what we get. It's purely live. I don't actually know what we get beforehand. I've got no idea. And then I think we have an extravaganza tomorrow night, but don't hold me to that because I don't know for certain. Just know that we might be doing one. So thank you all for coming, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye.